Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. So a while ago I got asked about what books I would recommend to learn precision engineering and related topics. Right now I happen to be cleaning up the shop and packing up all my things as I've just recently graduated and I'm getting ready to move on. And so I thought it would be a good little opportunity while I pack my books to show off some of my favorites for this area of study and ones that I've found useful over the years. It's important to note I still don't have any formal education on any of the stuff I do on my channel, so take this with a grain of salt. This is not meant to be a definitive guide either. If you have further recommendations, by all means leave them in the comments, and we can hopefully make this video sort of a database, not just in what's in the video, but what's in the comments as well, and accumulate some good information for anyone who's interested. Anyways, I've got all my books loosely related to the topic stacked up here, and I'll go through them one by one, just briefly mention them, and why I think they're good. They're not in any particular order, although I did save the best for last. To start, we'll go with the Lesser Moore book, Poles, Contours, and Surfaces by Richard Moore. I say lesser, this is still a very good book. It's more focused on the operation of the jig grinders and jig borers and things you can do with them, but it still covers a lot of really nice topics pertaining to the machine design of them and the fundamentals of all the precision machining in the beginning of the book. There's the obvious, I don't want to say a waste of space, but there's the whole tables in the back that take up a lot of room. But if you look past that, this is still a really educational book. As with both Moore books, just beautiful printing, really high quality book. And so I'll include it on this list. Next, I enjoyed Exact Constraint by Douglas Blanding. A really good introduction and thorough introduction to the ideas of kinematic constraint, not just in the context of ultra precision and precision engineering and that sort of thing, but applied to just general mechanisms, and that is something that all engineers should have a good concept of. Goes from really fundamental stuff all the way into like some pretty deep, pretty hard to think about, hard to imagine scenarios. So I like this one, but it covers a pretty specific topic. Going in the other direction, for a overall treatise on the subject, we've got Basics of Precision Engineering, edited by Legion Smith. This is kind of a neat textbook. It covers, basics of precision engineering and pretty thoroughly, but all of the chapters are written by different people in the field, which is compiled by Stu Smith and Richard Leach. And so you can see we've got some perhaps recognizable names if you know these guys, but yeah, these are what it covers. All really good chapters, regardless of who wrote them. Everything from basic dynamics all the way up to really hyper-specific modeling techniques. So definitely recommend that one. Also very, very nice printing. No surprise to what I'm doing. I like this one. It's just a quick little treatise on general diamond turn machining and diamond turning lathes and other single point diamond machining processes. Not super long, not super expensive either, but does cover a lot of interesting details about all the specifics of diamond turning. So more machining focused and process focused book, not an overall overview, but I like that one a lot. Next, more specific stuff. Hydrostatic, Aerostatic, and Hybrid Bearing Design by Rowe. This is I don't want to say classic, but I really liked it. This has been all of the air bearings and hydrostatic bearings I've designed, all have been using this book. I know there's other books on the subject. There's actually a lot of good books on the subject, but I really like Rowe's books, and really easy to follow. There's even step-by-step procedures for an unequal opposed aerostatic bearing arrangement. Here's how you do it. So really nice design guide for that sort of stuff. Next, the Precision Mechanics Handbook by Kittle. This is a great one. Pick it up for, pretty cheap on Amazon. And this is a really practical handbook on exactly this. Sort of the, really, you're not just for engineers, but maybe you're a machinist that needs to make a mechanism or something. Not really a lot of math in this at all, just some super nice concepts and ideas to get in your head, inspire you, and things that you can apply to other projects. Awesome. Precision Engineering and Evolutionary View by Chris Evans. This is kind of a different one from the rest. This is a history book, is what it is. It's sort of a compilation of a bunch of different topics. Each chapter covers different things in precision engineering that are important and sort of the history of all of them. Not a text about the concepts or the math behind anything, really just a history, but history is important to consider when doing all this stuff, and that's where a lot of the good ideas come from, is looking backwards in time. So it's good. I like this one, just an education on the the background of it all. Next, you can tell this one gets used a lot. One of my favorites, Ultra Precision Mechanism Design by Smith and Chetwynd. This is an awesome one for I'll get that out of there. See, we're looking at LVDTs. The engineer who wants to do, some really in-depth work in this field, or just if you want to skim over it as a machinist, there is, some parts of this are, math and theory heavy, but a lot of the other parts are just sort of like the Kittle handbook, good ideas. This is a really foundational one for me. I like reading through it. You can learn about how LVDTs work, cool ideas for non-influencing couplings, or get a brief crash course on Lagrangian mechanics. So it's got something for everyone. But I found it to be pretty practical, even considering it's a fairly rigorous textbook. But really like it just for general ultra precision, instrument making, that sort of thing. This is a great one. Oh yeah. This is the classic. So, as you can see, this is no small book, but Precision Machine Design by Slocum is more or less the Bible when it comes to precision machine design. I don't know how he did it, but this is one of the most impressive pieces of literature I've ever went through. If you just read this thing cover to cover, you're going to be a much better engineer coming out of the other side if you really, take everything to heart and learn it. So this covers pretty much everything you could possibly want to learn about when it comes to this stuff, all the way from basic concepts and definitions to all of the pieces of the machine and options. It's really almost an index for bearings with mechanical contact between elements. Here's all the different types, how to do the math for the engineering analysis for all of them, pros and cons of all of them, and just a database, if you will, with the theory and math behind it. This is an essential text. And speaking of which, we come to our last book in this category, Foundations of Mechanical Accuracy, Wayne Moore. This book kind of has a reputation of its own. I don't feel like I need to say too much about it. It's obviously not an engineering text. That's not what it was meant for. cover this in a moment. But what a beautiful book, supremely educational, and everything about how to make something good, how to make a machine that works good, and the things that need to be considered while doing it, and how they did it better than everyone else. It's all in this book. It really is, it's one of the first books out of all these ones that I've shown that I got, and it's been a huge inspiration ever since. I could say more about it, but if you know what this book is, then you know what this book is. So pick it up. When I opened the front cover, I forgot these were in here. 50 tidbits. This is 50 tidbits from Dave Arneson at Professional Instruments. You can Google them by Googling air bearings 50 tidbits, Professional Instruments 50 tidbits. It's a blog post on an old website. And, a lot of these are a little specific, but some things, if you read through them all, all of these are going to improve your machining and take it to the next level if you're really looking to do high precision stuff. Just a nice little bonus to keep in there. But yeah, these are the books that I've really found useful over the years, doing all my machine design stuff and high precision grinding and diamond turning and what have you. But if you have any other books that you recommend or like that I didn't cover, I'm sure there's plenty. Drop them in the comments, and maybe we can help everyone learn that much more. So yeah, just a quick little overview. I hope this was helpful to someone. But yeah, someone asked, and these are the books that I've got. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.